Hello, everybody. I want to personally welcome anybody that's here for the first time. All of you, every rep that's here, we want to give you guys a very special welcome. I am Denson Taylor coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. In fact, I know it looks like I'm in the islands here, but one thing that we're very excited about because we will be broadcasting from this place, which is the Bahamas, real soon, and we're very excited about that. But what I want to do is before I get into my training, I want to go to one of our superstars here in the company. This gentleman has helped a lot of people bring their lives into balance, and that would be Corey Sanders. Corey's got some very exciting information that he's going to share with you guys. You will see him in the Bahamas as well. So, Corey, why don't you come on and share the significant information that you have, and then we're going to go to Eva. She's got some important announcements about the Bahamas as well, and from that point we will get into our training. So let me do this, Corey. I'm going to actually pin you here. Okay, all right, we've got you, Corey.
All right. You can hear me?
Absolutely, loud and clear.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so good to see everybody. Really quick, I just want to give you some information on what to expect with Well Life. So we do have a 30-day challenge coming up. It's going to be called Bahamas Body Breakthrough. And so basically, it's 30 days is going to lead up to the Bahamas. And what we're going to do, we're going to find a way how to highlight and really celebrate everybody who complete this challenge. One thing about this challenge is going to be different is that everything is going to be kind of like formatted to the app. And so there will be 20 to 30-second motivational videos that I'll be using, that I'll be creating that will kind of motivate you every day of the challenge. Basically, we're going to focus on like 6 different themes: hydration, meal prep. We're going to focus on exercise. Like we're going to really kind of break it down in themes to help you actually understand what steps to take to make this a lifestyle. I honestly believe whatever you don't constantly put out in front of people, they forget about. Health is a priority, and we want to make it a priority with Bryte Lyfe and Well Life. And so this is a new challenge that we're going to do. Again, it's going to lead up to the Bryte. It's going to lead up to the Bahamas, and we are going to have some perks. Like we do have this new manifesto where the people who are very consistent become like well life warriors, and so we have a way that people will be acknowledge you to kind of really uh, understand who those people are. And so we're coming up with like some type of way how we can highlight those people and really be able to give those people some perks. So a lot of great things coming with Well Life. Just want to inform you on this challenge. September 15th is the start date, September 15th. So we got a little bit of a week to get prepared for that. I got a little bit more content I got to create for it. But long story short, just get ready for that. The goal is that as we step into Bahamas, there'll be more people who've actually kind of just started to grow, could change the way that they eat, change the way that they move, really think about health. And so that's some exciting news that I want to bring to you. And yeah, and look forward to just some fun things that we're going to do in Bahamas.
All right. Thanks a lot, Corey. I really appreciate that. And, guys, we are definitely looking forward to that. And, you all think about this. What other business can you be involved in where you're constantly, you're living your hopes and your dreams and you're bettering yourself and you're getting paid to do so. Okay. So this is very, very exciting. So Corey, we appreciate that. We'll be looking forward to the next things that are done. Now, the next person that we want to go to is Eva Nightingale. In fact, let me pull Eva up here, and Eva, you can actually unmute yourself. Turn your camera on if you choose to do so. But
Oh,
welcome.
I do. I do. I want to say hi. I always do. You have to remind me. Thank you. Can you see me?
Um, well, we got the star. We can see your hat.
Oh, let me just pick. I
There
just
you go.
came running in the door, but here I am. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right, welcome, welcome. Now, you'll need to share your screen. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'm going to make you the host, and you can actually share your screen.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. So excited for this training. I learned so much last week, Denson. Um, he keeps saying to bring your notepad and take notes, and I can't agree more. Had a lot of takeaways. So I'm excited to be here this morning. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. And I just wanted to give you a couple of reminders to check your junk if you're not receiving our emails and our weekly reminders that we send for all of our calls. We send out reminders for this Saturday launch training. We always send out reminders for our Sunday corporate call. And some people have told me it's going to their junk. So check your junk, and you should have received yesterday morning our Bryte Lyfe newsletter. And it's packed full of new exciting announcements and information, fun articles to read, great tips for helping you launch your business and build your business. So if you haven't had a chance, take some time today and read over it. But I'm actually going to also be sharing this tomorrow night on the corporate call, which is at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So please join us for that call, and I'll give more details on the newsletter tomorrow night. But a quick overview for today. We just want to remind you, and I'm trying to scroll down here. Give me a second. Um, just the event agenda for the Bahamas. We hope to see all of you there. We arrive on October 30th, and then 8:15 we meet in the lobby of the Royal Tower to take buses over to Lend a Hand, Bahamas, which is where we're doing our service project. We'll leave there at 11 a.m. and then you'll have free time to enjoy the slides and the pools and the beach and walk around, do whatever it is you like, go have lunch. And at 2 o'clock, we're going to meet at the Atlanta Slides. We have a really fun rematch and a contest going on there. And then at 8 p.m., put on your best costume for our Halloween costume party on the Royal Deck. So November 1st, we'll start our Bryte Lyfe training. I'm so excited about this training. So many great speakers, so much to learn and share with each other that day. It's going to be fabulous. With our MC, Denson Taylor, always fun. And then November 2nd is Departure Day. So this trip is only $4.99 per person. And we wanted to give you kind of a sneak peek today on ways you can pay for $4.99 and get your trip paid for to the Bahamas. So there's one way to do it, which Wes is going to really dive into this tomorrow night and teach you how to refer 10 members to Bryte Lyfe and get your entire trip paid for the Atlantis. And then, of course, referring 10 members sets you up for great success. Isn't that right, Denson? It just takes 10 to get your foundation started with Bryte Lyfe. So there's so much that really can come from getting your two for free and then setting up your first 10 members. And then why not go to Atlantis for free? But there's also 4 ways to earn travel dollars. So you're going to bring 2 new members to the Bahamas and get 200 travel dollars deposited into your account. So it's an extra $100 for each guest who attend. And then if you bring 4 members on your existing team and get them signed up, we'll upgrade you to the VIP package. Or I think it's and you can promote the Bahamas trip on social media by sharing our official event posts using the hashtag Bryte Lyfe Bahamas. So we're going to also be giving some special travel dollar bonuses for that. So mark your calendar, be there. There's plenty of ways to figure out how to pay for this and kind of dive in the fun of the campaign that has already started. We ask you to share our posts on all social media platforms and even share us, please, in your stories and use the hashtag Bryte Lyfe Bahamas. So read a little bit about the service project with Lend a Hand, which is a really fantastic organization. It's an after-school community center, learning center for adults and children. They have adopted the 4-H program, and they have really special STEM learning at this community center where the kids actually learn to cook and to sew and to build things and really get to work with their hands. I think one of the favorites there is there's music classes here. And this story is so beautiful. It starts with two brilliant women who just knew that Bahamas needed this, all of Bahamas needed this 4-H thinking, but they started in Nassau and they had just a really small, tiny building. There was no ground, there was no floor in the building, and the roof was falling in, but it was enough of a space for them to start. And when you come to the Bahamas and you get to see what they've built today, it's just unbelievable. And they have become the model for what community centers, after school programs, and schools want to model after in all of the Bahamas. So to see them come so far and do such remarkable things is wonderful. And last January, we went there and we did an extreme room makeover to their literacy center. They've recently sent me pictures of the amount of new books that are in the literacy center, kids laying on the bean bags we brought, laying on the floor on the rugs, using all of the supplies that we brought, the computers, the chairs, the desks. We brought all of these over, and we're going to do some really special things again to some other rooms at Lend a Hand. So I'm really, really, really proud of our work that we're contributing to Lend a Hand. It's a really fabulous story as well. And then read up on the contest that Corey just talked about. It's Wellness Warriors. He's calling you to live total life balance. And we thank you so much, Corey, for everything you're doing. Here's some some um, uh, lifer rank ups that Denton's going to mention tomorrow. And then stay tuned tomorrow night as I put Tammy Schaefer in the spotlight. So well deserved. She won the contest of best testimonial. And I'm really excited to share a little bit more of her story. That's probably one of my favorite things to do here at Bryte Lyfe is to get to interview a member, take a deep dive, and get to learn how unique and special they are and what they bring to the table here at Bryte Lyfe. So stay tuned. I'll talk about that tomorrow night. And there's more nuggets in the newsletter for you to read over. As you can see, I'm just kind of scrolling through. We have a new benefit partner that we just brought on, and this is actually for the Japanese market. It's called Benefit Station. It's much like Member Deals, but it's very specific to the Japanese market. So why are you interested in this? It shows how we are continually adding value to the membership every day in different markets and to everyone as a whole. But Member Deals doesn't have all of the things that Japan is needing and looking for. And why do they get to go in the spotlight and get this new benefit is because they're extremely strong market who right out of the gates grew very fast and continues to grow with over 250 members or more in the Japanese market. So we're so excited. We have a training on this next week, and it's a really great product. And if you are going to go to Japan to visit for like a month, I'm happy to sign you up as a member for a month so you can use the benefits while you're there. And yeah, member deals are so much fun. I mean, you just go into member deals and search away. But I saw Mamma Mia coming up on Broadway, so Amelia and I are going to get tickets for that. I'm excited. And that's all I have, Denson, today. I'm excited to learn. Thanks for having me.
All right, Eva, thanks a lot. I really, really appreciate that. And we appreciate everything that you do because we know, that you work tirelessly and, it's not, we absolutely appreciate it. So thanks a lot for that. And, guys, I'm going to go on and get into our training for the day. Now, the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is this, okay? In fact, let me share my screen. This is our Facebook group. And if you've not already become a member, hang on a sec, my computer is glitching. Oh, I hate when it does this. All right, let's see here. Don't know if you're seeing my screen or not, but I'll share it again. Okay, let's see. You all let me know in the chat box. Um, do you see the Facebook page? Okay, great. Perfect. Perfect. So, guys, I want you to join this page. In fact, if you're not already a member of it, some of you all are already there. If you're not, this is the link to join the Facebook page. And guys, this is where we communicate. This is where we recognize you. This is where, like the training this morning, we post this kind of stuff in there. Anything that's coming up, you'll find it in the Facebook page. If you're not a big Facebook person, like I'm not, you've got to get in the habit of, checking that page every day throughout the day. So set it up on your phone, and, just make it a part of your life because it's very, very important. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to run through this training very quickly. We're going to have you off here by noon for sure, maybe even sooner. But aren't our new graphics great? I absolutely love this new, this new deck that we're using. Everything is just absolutely unbelievable. Now, let me ask you all this. Let me know in the chat box. Do you see our new Bryte Lyfe, beach logo? Are you all seeing that? Okay, before I get into this. Okay, awesome, awesome. So what I want to talk about this morning is this, because I don't think that many people have really wrapped their heads around what we have here as far as how this fits and compares with other network marketing opportunities. And guys, this is very, very important that you understand. So what I want to do very quickly is this. I want to give you just a short lesson on network marketing and exactly what it's all about. Okay, so network marketing, believe it or not, a lot of people think that this is just a fly by night, type of a deal. But what you have to understand about network marketing is this. Okay, number one, it's more than 100 years old. Believe it or not, okay, network marketing, that little that little deal that most people think is a pyramid deal, has actually been around for over 100 years. But what's happening now is, right before our eyes, it's coming of age. Much of this has to do with, the internet, AI, all of that. All of it fits into the success of network marketing. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful people financially in the world, he actually started Wall Street in 2002 with the purchase of a network marketing company. So he now owns three network marketing companies. He calls it among the best investments that he's ever made. But in addition to that, Citigroup purchased a network marketing company, Time Warner, Reader's Digest, Sir Richard Branson of Virgin Records and Airways. He owns network marketing companies, guys. There are now over 13 million Americans. I think it's closer to 20 million, and 55 million people worldwide. And they're calling this business model the best business model of the 21st century. Now, what I want you to think about this. If you had a choice, what lifestyle would you want to live? If you could live any lifestyle, like if you could live the lifestyle of a professional athlete, or maybe a movie star, or maybe even a rock star, which lifestyle would you want to live if you had a choice? Well, this is what I want you to understand. These are some of the top industries out there where people live the best lifestyle. NBA players, they live an extraordinary lifestyle. Well, guess what? The NBA, generates $5 billion a year. Or NFL players, they live a great lifestyle. The NFL generates 12 billion a year. The record industry, rock stars live great lifestyles. Well, that's a $15 billion a year industry. The film industry does 88 billion a year. But guys, it's going to absolutely blow you away. Network marketing and direct selling is a $200 billion a year industry. So what does that mean? That means that our industry can definitely afford your hopes and dreams. Okay. And that is the thing that I want to really illustrate to you is that you can absolutely have what you want, with our business model. But the thing that you have to understand is typically in network marketing, um, it's all driven by auto ship orders. Okay. And like I've been involved with the company for 15 years. And over the last 15 years, guess what? We've had to purchase $150 in their products. We've had to pay shipping and handling and taxes on a monthly basis, which works out to closer to, $180 a month. Well, that is what drives that company. That's what keeps that company going, as well as other network marketing, legitimate network marketing companies. You have to purchase some products and sell products every month in order for that company to actually be a profitable company. Okay. Does that make sense to you guys? Give me a one in the chat box if that makes sense to you guys. Okay. You have to purchase products in any company in order for it to be a real company, right? Well, we understand that going in. We know going into companies like this, we have to, do some kind of a purchase every month in order to qualify to be paid. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is if you've ever been involved in anything else, I want you to compare apples to apples as far as how our business model works. Now, we know that the benefits and the perks and benefits that we get that Eva's put together for us, as well as Wes and others, we know that we can't really even put a price tag like the golf benefit that Eva put together. We can't even put a price tag on that, guys. It would cost you literally millions of dollars to have that kind of access. Okay. Even the resort weeks, we can't even put a price tag on it, or the possibility of saving 150, 200, $250 per night. That's very valuable. But I want us to just take one of these things and think about it like you would a traditional network marketing company, and that would be our bucket list program. Now, I want you to understand something. This is the absolute best loyalty program in the travel industry, hands down, bar none. No other company has ever done anything like this. So how does it work? Well, number one, when you get your app set up, the first thing that you should have done was gone in and entered your top 10 bucket list destinations. That's number one. The second thing is you maintain your membership. You pay your 179 every month to maintain your membership, or if you're qualified to get it free, you keep yourself qualified. So one month you might qualify to get it free. Next month you might have to pay. Whatever you have to do, maintain your membership. And if you do that, each year we're going to award you a guaranteed 5-star 4-day 3-night hotel stay for two. Now, I want you guys to think about this. That is absolutely the way that it works. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are an active member and you remain an active member for 12 months, we are going to give you a 5-star 4-day 3-night hotel stay for two. Now, what do I mean by 5-star brands? Well, we're talking about the Palazzo Versace Hotel, the La Meridian Resort, the Rosewood, JW Marriott, Ritz Carlton, $1,000 per night hotels. Okay. So I want to give you an example. This is the La Meridian Resort. You see, it's beautiful, pristine turquoise waters, luxury huts that are built out in the water. Guys, look, this particular property here for a 4-day, 3-night stay with taxes and fees included, what our company is giving you is about $5,100. Now, if you can look at it this way, this is what you're paying for every month. So if this is what you're paying for every month, but we're able to give you this kind of as a wholesale price, you would, if you wanted to take this trip this time next year, you would have to budget $400 a month. Okay, so just like any other network marketing company, we're giving you this wholesale. So instead of having to pay $400 a month, you're paying 179 a month to get this benefit. Does that make sense to you guys? Yes or no? Does am I making sense? Okay. Yes or no? You all tell me. Does this make sense to you? Yes or no? Okay, Alice, you got it. Okay, yes. So you guys get it. This absolutely makes sense. Now, this is the thing that I want you guys to look at here, because the first year we were just kind of operating on hopes that this was true, right? We didn't know if it was true or not because none of us had been involved for a year, so nobody had been awarded a bucket list trip. But now the company is about 15, 16 months old. People are starting to take these trips. So now all of a sudden it's become a reality. So take a look at this. This is part of our new presentation, but this is the first person that documented her bucket list trip. So take a look at this video that was produced, here by our company.
Stop it. Stop. This is her sleeping. Oh my God.
Perfect bodies in the shallow blue, drifting faster than they should. Golden hour paints a dreamlike view. Even dreams start fading too. I am leaving, tell me what to do. I can feel us slipping away, treading water, yeah, what's the use?
Now, guys, look, this is absolutely unbelievable when you think about it. In fact, our video guy Chandler, he did an incredible job putting this together. But the thing that you guys have to understand is the fact that this is real. Okay, it's an absolute no-brainer when you look at it that way. So you're not buying pills or potions or powders or lotions, and I don't have anything against buying products every month. But this is not what you're doing. What you're doing here is you're paying for that bucket list trip, and you're getting it at less than half of what it would have cost you, in addition to all of the other benefits. Now, Eva, I want you, because I know you were instrumental in putting, all of this stuff together, most of it together, Corey as well. But do you guys, if y'all want to chime in on this, to, just kind of share the initial vision of what was seen here in putting all this together. So Eva, I see that you're unmuted. Is this real?
Yeah, I mean, I love this founding member of ours, Danielle. She's such a sweet soul. She flew all the way from Hawaii, which is a very long flight to get to the Maldives. So she decided to visit Croatia first, and then she went to Australia afterwards. So she took about 2.5, almost 3 weeks, and added on to her bucket list and used the app for all of it. And her savings was unbelievable, like what she was able to put together. But she was all about maximizing the trip. But while they were there, it's her with her best friend. They sent so many pictures. There were and all of her messages were like, pinch me, I'm dreaming. We feel like princesses here. I love the part of the video where they're clapping when they come up on the cart. This is a beautiful video, and it's a beautiful start to all of the trips that members are booked on right now that they're going to be documenting. And putting together this program was one of Wes's, I think, greatest visions in terms of what he calls cracking the code on retention for the network marketing industry. And he's done it. We've had members stay for a full year, and then they go on their trip, and then they stay because it was so amazing. So we don't lose members because of this. And I loved your example, Denson. It was really great on the savings account and how much we would have to save a month. And that is so true. That really hit me when you said that. But we're in the process of Tana Dodd's heads up the bucket list program now, and in the process of awarding close to 30 members right now, Maldives, 29 to Costa Rica, a bunch of members to Dominican Republic. I'm not really quite sure so many people why so many are going to Nashville, but that's cool. We have just this is in full swing now, and it's just so exciting for people to get to experience this kind of thing.
Wow, guys, that's unbelievable. And look, I know that we probably have people. In fact, if anybody on this webinar has been awarded your bucket list trip, if you know where you're going, enter it in the chat box. And if you don't know, just let us know that yes, you are going, but you don't have it yet. So, has anybody been awarded their bucket list trip so far? Have you gotten that letter in the mail or you're qualified? All right, so Corey, absolutely. Let's see, Danny, yes. Diane, Maldives. John Banks, yes. That's awesome. Corey, let me ask you this, man. What's on your list? Costa Rica. There we go. That's awesome. Hey, and again, guys, this has never been done before. Don't take it for granted because I want you all to understand something. Looking at how network marketing works, if this was all that we had, we could build a multi-billion-dollar company. And you know how I know that is because this is all Wes had in his first company was curated trips like this. This is all that they sold. They didn't have World Vantage. Am I right, Eva? They didn't have the booking engine that pulls the retail markup out. They didn't have any of what we have now. They just had curated trips that they sold. Okay. So, absolutely, that company did over $4 billion in sales. They had over 3 million members. So, we could build a business with just this alone. But everything else that we have, guys, is just, it's almost like icing on the cake. Okay. So, again, do not take it for granted. Now, I talked about this last week, and I want you guys to really kind of get this down, if I could, with you, proposition. Now, if you've got people in your network and you know that they love to travel, okay, every year they take that nice trip or whatever, then travel would be a good way to lead in with that person. And if I called Eva, let's say Eva loves to travel. If I called Eva and said, "Hey, Eva, I need to ask you a question," Eva, what would you say?
Okay, shoot.
All right, let me ask you this, Eva. When's the last time that you and your daughter went on a real vacation? I'm talking five-star luxury, bucket list level, unforgettable kind of experience.
Well, years, to be
Years?
honest.
Well, tell
We
me
do
about that
we do
trip. Where
staycations.
really? Well, where did you go and tell me what you like most about it?
Gosh, I'd be torn between talking about our first trip when she was a little bit older back to Disney World, or a trip we took to Washington, D.C., and then we drove to Charlottesville
Wow.
for just an amazing, I mean, the drive itself was absolutely beautiful. But getting to experience DC with a young person's point of view was just spectacular. She's traveled the world with her dad, but I haven't had a chance to take her abroad yet. So we're planning a trip now. So if we could, and we want to do it in the future. So if we could do it and we could afford it through Bryte Lyfe, I'd like to hear some more.
Yeah, well, how do you like five-star hotels? You ever stayed in five-star properties?
I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah.
All right. So now this is where the if I could would you comes in. Okay. My next thing that I would say to Eva is this: look, Eva, what if I could show you a way to get a guaranteed five-star hotel stay for two people at one of the top 50 destinations in the world every year for either a fraction of the cost or free, plus give you access to true wholesale pricing on travel, sports, music, and entertainment. If I could show you how to do that, Eva, would you want to know about it?
Yes, I would want to know about that. That sounds exciting.
No question. Now, if you get that response, they are, open and looking for what you're going to show them next, right? But if it's almost a way to sort people because if somebody says, "Oh man, I don't like traveling," or I don't, but again, who are you going to with this? You're going to talk to the people that you already know that like to travel, that just got back from a cruise or just got back from sandals or whatever. You all see what I'm saying? So, what you're doing is you're using your list to kind of target market, and then you're making them a proposition that they can't refuse. If I could, would you? Okay, so that's number one. Now, the second type of person that you're going to have in your network is that person that might be motivated more so for money. So they could be Eva as well. So if I called Eva, ring ring, hey Eva, I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
Let me ask you this: do you like traveling and making money?
Yes. You
Okay, all right.
you
What
just hit
is she
the
going to say?
you just hit my two favorite things in one. I don't know how you did that.
So now check this. If I could, would you out? Eva, if I could show you a way to get a guaranteed 5-star bucket list trip every year, chosen from one of the top 50 destinations in the world for free, and position you to make money by helping others to take advantage of this offer, would you want to know about it?
Yes,
There we
definitely.
go. That's all I'm gonna tell her. And
Yeah.
then I'm gonna either send her a link to, which is now a 16-minute video or a webinar. Okay, period. Very simple. Now, our new your join.brytelyfe.com link has been updated with the new presentation. It's 16 minutes long. But you know what? You could tell a person 10 minutes, because if you tell them 16, they may not take the time. If they're interested, they will sit there for 16 minutes, even if you told them it was 10 minutes long. So I'll tell Eva, look, if I send you a 10-minute video over, when can you take a look at it?
Um, gosh, so we have a concert tonight, but later on this evening when I get home.
Okay, okay, great. So do me a favor, text me when you make it home, and I'll shoot you that link over, and I'll tell you more about it. Okay.
Okay. And also, Denson, I see people taking pictures of those two scripts. Can we put them in the chat?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I can do that. And look, guys, if you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot really quick, but I will definitely put them, I'll put them in the Facebook group. And
Oh, you know what? I'll put them. I'm taking pictures. Can I see the
okay.
next one? I'll put it in the Facebook.
Oh, that helps. Great. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that's the first one, and this is the second one here.
Okay, I got him.
And look, guys, this is what you have to understand. You can't show the business right or wrong. You just show it to the right or wrong people. You can't, you say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Just get comfortable in whatever it is that you're going to say, and do it over and over and over and over again. One of my mentors, Jim Rohn, he talks about how what you're going to do is compensate for the lack of experience with activity. Okay. Even if you're brand new, and like some of y'all may be thinking right now, man, Denson's been involved in network marketing now for over 30 years. He knows what to say and how to say it. No, that's not what it's all about. It's a numbers game. And guess what? Let's say that I was good enough to get 9 out of 10, and you were only good enough to get 1 out of 10. Well, what would happen if I talked to 10 people and you talked to 100? And you got your 1 out of 10, but I got 9 out of 10. You would still beat me in that process. Why? Because you compensated your lack of experience with more activity. Guys, that's all you got to do. Every time you call a person, look, you like traveling and making money? Yeah. Well, look, if I can show you a way to get a guaranteed 5-star bucket list trip every year, and I'm talking about chosen from the top 50 destinations in the world for free, and position you to make money by helping other people to do that, would you want to know about it? They're either going to say yes or no. If they say no, call the next person. If they say yes, send them the link. Send them the link to the, 15-minute video or a live webinar. Okay. Very simple. Now, our corporate schedule Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern at zoomviproom.com. Now, I'll tell you another thing. You can use this to get a few people together over to at your home. Now, what's great about this is you can either take a computer, iPad, or your cell phone, kick up to a TV, you can either show a video presentation or you can do a PowerPoint just right off of one of your devices. So, again, if you ask a person, if I could show you how to get a free 5-star bucket list trip every year and get paid to help other people do the same thing, is that something you want to know about? They say, yeah, okay, great. Be at my house tonight at 7 o'clock. I got something you need to see. Period. Okay, very, very simple. Now, that also works with a personal visit. If you're in somebody's area, drop by their home and show it to them. Okay. And one thing that we're gonna start really putting an emphasis on is we'll call it Bryte Lyfe Nights, but we're gonna really start putting an emphasis on making these travel themed parties. Okay, because people love parties, people love to travel. So if you do a travel themed party, people are going to show up. You can have pina coladas or something like that there. People are going to show up, and guess what? They're going to be in the mood because you're going to have the travel music on. You're going to have the right atmosphere. And guess what? By the time you go through this, they're already ready to be a part of what you're doing. Okay. As you talk to people, you want to utilize a three-way phone call. You get your prospect on with your sponsor or upline, edify your sponsor or upline to that person so we can tell them our story, okay, and help you to get them involved. And, we talk about this all the time. It's a three-step process. Number one, you want to qualify. Qualify for free life so you can get your free membership. You can get your money back in travel dollars, and you can qualify yourself for the entire comp plan. Now, I believe this can easily be done within your first 48 hours if you do it. If you just decide to do it, guess what? It's done. And then the next thing, your next step is you want to help your two to qualify. And you want to duplicate that process from that point. And what do I mean? Teach your two to help their two to qualify. And if you do that, you're going to become a Lifer 300 before you know it. Now, I want to give you all in fact, you can actually find this document in the app. If you go to the app under menu, you'll find Bryte Lyfe Compensation Plan. This is the updated comp plan. It's got Life for 5,000 in it. And, the bottom line, guys, is it's a very simple process of duplication. If you follow the three-step process, it's going to promote you to Life for 300, which is 300 a month. And as you help a few other people do that, it's going to take you to Life for 800. And as you help a few other people do that, it's actually going to take you to Life for 1600, which is 1600 a month. Can you imagine getting your Bryte Lyfe card and we're sending you $400 extra per week in addition to whatever you're doing right now? A few more people, do that. It drives you further up. Life for 3,000, 3,000 a month, 750 per week. And then, of course, Life for 5,000, 5,000 a month, 1,250 per week. And of course, it just goes up from that point. Now, guys, look, another thing, do not take this for granted. Whoever invited you or no, in fact, let me shift the focus of this particular screen here, because when you're talking to people about this, especially if you're showing the PowerPoint, this is how you need to address it. You can say, look, I'm building two teams, a left team and a right team. Now, I can only put two people in, one on the right and one on the left. So if you take one of these top spots, let's say on the right side of my business, your right team is in common with my right team. Now, obviously, I've got to put a person on that left side as well. But I can only put two people in front line. So anybody above two must go below my original two people. So if you're one of those people, that next person that I put in that leg of business must go below you. Okay. If I put a couple more people in this business, they must go below you. Well, the thing that you need to understand is that you just inherited these people into your business. So what does this mean? Well, Eva, what this means is that you've inherited these three people. If they turn into 500, guess what? Oh, no, let's say they turn into 150. Well, those 150 people are on your right team. Eva, do you understand that?
Yes.
So what does this mean for you? Well, those 150 people on your right, if we manage to get 150 members on your left, you just promoted to an extra $5,000 a month. Now, Eva, let me ask you this: would an extra 5,000 a month make a difference in your situation?
I mean, tremendous difference. I need to do this.
There we go. So what have I just done? Guys, I've just created a sense of urgency or a fear of loss. Do you realize a fear of loss is a much greater motivator than the opportunity to gain? Would you agree with that, Eva?
Yes, 100%.
Because look, if I show you, okay, Eva, you can wait till next week. I'll just move you out of this spot. But if you decide to come in after these people came in, you're now below them and you miss the benefit of those 100. Eva, this is why I'm telling you, let's go on and lock your spot so I can get you positioned, right?
Right.
Because as you see here, once again, 150 left, 150 right pays you 5,000 a month. Guys, that fear of loss. I mean, think about it. If Eva, you can run, as fast as you run right now. But if your house was on fire, or let's say you walked out of your door and a big bear jumped out of the bushes, you think you could run a little faster?
Well, yes,
You
definitely.
normally would, right? So it's that fear of loss, guys, and we have to utilize that. I learned this in sales. The fear of loss is a greater motivator than the opportunity to gain, but it applies here. It really applies here because of the way that this works, because we can only put two people in front line. Now, let's talk about this very quickly. And Eva mentioned this. We're going to hit more on it tomorrow night. But guys, look, if you are not registered for the Bahamas, you've got to get registered for that. You have to understand something. I've been involved and been to the top of several companies, made millions of dollars in this industry. One thing that every top money earner has always had in common is that they understood that events make money. Okay, we can try to do this without events all that we want to, but guess what? This type of an event here is going to take the business from your person and your team's head to their heart. Well, when it goes to the heart, they're not going to quit the business, right? It's a lot bigger than them. And this particular event here, I want you to look at highlights from our last event that we did in the Bahamas last. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell you what this did for me personally. Okay, when this is what really got me about the Bahamas, Eva, is I was out there, where all of those yachts are docked, and I don't know if you know this or not, but you can actually take a picture of the number, on the yachts, and it'll tell you what they sold for. And there were yachts out there that were 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, as much as $400 million. And what I thought about is, I said, man, what's different? What have these people been able to tap into mentally that, it takes them to this level? I mean, we saw kids and their parents getting off their yachts in their pajamas. They were docked, at the Bahamas,
Right.
at the Atlantis, and they were actually staying at the hotel. What's different, guys? They've been able to tap into a superpower as far as finances are concerned to be able to do that. And guess what? It's available to anybody that wants it, but you have to put yourself around it. Does that make sense? I mean, you've got to put yourself around it. So the opportunity for you to go to the Atlantis, with us, October the 30th, you can get an early bucket list trip this way, because if you refer 10 members of Bryte Lyfe, number one, you're going to earn $100 for each one of them. So that's 1,000 in travel dollars. Now, Eva, let me ask you this. Will that 1,000 in travel dollars pay for this stay in the Bahamas at the five-star Atlantis resort?
It will pay for the room, 100%.
There we go. So that's
Yeah.
hey, that's a bucket list trip, right? Because it's paying for taxes, resort fees, it's
Oh,
paid.
yeah.
Okay, so this is a way for you to get a bucket list trip in October. Now, the next thing, though, is even better than a bucket list trip because now you're free life qualified. So the 179 is waived. So 179 a month times 12, that's potential value of $2,148 a year. In addition to that, guys, you've actually, if you refer 10 members, then if you put five on the left and five on the right, you promoted yourself to Lifer 300, which is 300 a month. That's another $3,600 a year. And of course, anyone who books Atlantis is going to get a 30-day refund, policy period where if you want your money back, you'll be able to get your money back. But who would want their money back after all of these benefits? And then, of course, the total value is over $7,000. So, in setting your goals, this is already set up for you. Your goal should be to, use the script that I gave you and talk to everybody you know, get them on the webinars, get them on one of our pre-recorded calls. And guess what? Your goal is what? 10 members. If you get 10 members, you sell 10 memberships, you're going to promote your life for 300, which is 300 a month, and you're going to get $1,000 to pay for your stay. So what are you rewarding yourself with? The Bahamas getaway. And if put a time frame on it, say, look, I do this in the next 30 days, then I'm gonna reward myself with this Bahamas stay. And again, five left, five right. If you refer 10 members, five left, five right is gonna promote you to life for 300, which is 300 a month. That'll take care of your airfare. Now, another thing is this. This is the last thing I'm gonna cover. Success mindset in working your list. Make a list of everybody you know right now. You know everybody likes traveling. You just need to talk to them about this. So you're gonna take your written list, and guess what? We're gonna play a card game with it. Think about this. If I gave you a regulation deck of playing cards and I said, okay, if you will shuffle those cards and flip one card at a time, every time you flip an ace, I'll pay you $1 million. Okay, and but it's a stipulation on it. You must commit to flip one card at a time. You must commit to get all aces. So we know it's four aces in that deck. We know you got a possibility of making $4 million. But it's one other stipulation. I'm only going to give you a minute to do it. So you got 1 minute. You got to flip one card at a time, and you got to get all four aces. If not, then deal off. I don't care if you get three aces, but you don't commit to get that fourth one, or you get three aces and the minute is over, no deal. You don't make anything. But if you commit to get all four and you do it within a minute, you just made $4 million. Now, how would that change your whole outlook on all of this? And what I mean by that is this. What if you flip five cards with no aces? Would you spend a lot of time feeling sorry for yourself, saying, I knew it wouldn't work. My wife told me to just go get a job? No, you don't even have time for that because you only got a minute to get it done. Or what if you got a two of clubs? Would you spend a lot of time trying to change it to an ace? And what do I mean by that? Well, you're going to call somebody that is, as far as this is concerned, a two of clubs. Let's say I call Eva and I say, Eva, if there, do you like traveling and making money? Eva says, no, I don't like traveling. I don't like making money. I don't like you. Well, am I going to try to turn her into an ace? No. Why? Because I don't have the time to do that. Which Eva would never say that to me, right, Eva?
No,
But
I
the
see you behind there trying to change people behind that machine.
Oh man, look, you can say, look, you can, and this is what we do. I say, Eva, look, you would like traveling, you would like making money. No, I can't change, who Eva is or what she likes. So the bottom line, guys, is this: it's like trying to turn this two of clubs into an ace. Like all you got to do is put the club here and put an A here, and that. No, it's not an ace. So what am I saying? Very quickly, I figured out that it's just a business of sorting. And if you will make a list, and if you do manage to get to your aces, guess what? In this comp plan, it translates into very serious income, period. So guys, that's pretty much the training. I told you I was going to end up at noon, so here we are. But Eva, do you have any questions or anything you want to add before we end up here?
No, just thank you, Denton. That was I'm having a lot of fun on Saturdays. I hope you guys are too. You doing just really cool, simple examples, but like have such a lasting impact on me throughout the week. So I really appreciate getting to come and join you guys today, and just really would like tomorrow night to be our best corporate call. Wes has a lot to announce tomorrow night and share. And then Corey's going to be talking, Melanie's going to be sharing, I'm going to be sharing, Denson's going to share. It's going to be a really fun call at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. And then, of course, our biggest call, Zoom of the week, is on Sunday nights and Monday nights and Wednesday nights now. But hopefully you can bring 5 new friends with you tomorrow night, right after the corporate call.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Corey, if you've got anything else that you want to add, you can feel free to. And if not, we're gonna, hear we'll be hearing more and more from Corey though, as we go because, again, guys, well, like people are getting incredible results from well life, as a matter of fact. And the bottom line is like one gentleman, Zeb, lost 50 pounds in 5 months working with Corey. So that's something that is definitely gonna help in what we're doing as well, because it's about total life balance. Okay, so we appreciate everybody being on. You guys are doing an incredible job, and we are going to actually see you tomorrow night.